What's up, y'all? This is I Ride Share Too. This your man Vince. So I'm out here Saturday doing the Uber thing. You know I don't do Lyft. They don't do prime time no more. I don't do Lyft. So, and it's about 6 o'clock in the PM, and it is lit out here. Lit. It is red in a lot of places in Los Angeles, and I'm grateful for it. I already did one ride. I came out kind of late because that's a ping, no surge, decline, because I'm making it back to where I'm posted up at, and I'm going to post up at Marina Del Rey, Santa Monica area. Well, Marina Del Rey, really. And if somebody takes me to Santa Monica, I post up there and then wait for a ping from there. But I went to the airport, man. The airport was very shallow. There was no traffic at all at LAX. It's the lightest I ever saw it. Maybe Saturdays are like that. But had no problem getting in, dropping the people off. And then I got a ping to pick up somebody. No surge, decline. So whoever picks them up, it won't be me. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on in New York. Because New York, you know, they force Uber and Lyft to pay drivers better wages, right? So what happened in New York is this, they went up on the wages and that drivers earn. So, you know, Uber and Lyft, excuse me, where are they going to get that money from? The passengers. So they had to raise their rates on the passengers. You know what happened? Nothing. They said their business may have fell off in one category, maybe 8%. But that's nothing. That's the people who were, bargain basement riders anyway. You know, people who are saying, yeah, it's really inexpensive to take a Lyft or Uber, so let me get one. You know, those are the cheapskates and whatnot. And sometimes I could be like that. You know, sometimes I'll be like, let me jump on this bus because I don't feel like paying Uber that type of money. So, but Uber and Lyft says that New York is still a strong market for them. What does that tell you? That tells you that they can go up on driver pay and not suffer a significant loss in business, because New York has done it, you know, and LA is like New York when you talk about, you know, there are people out here, you know, it's a big metropolis, and you know, people have jobs and things of that nature. It's not like it's Council Bluffs, Iowa, or anything like that. And they can go up on the driver payout here, but they don't want to. You know why? Because Uber and Lyft are competing with each other. So if Uber went up on the driver pay, guess what? Lyft ain't gonna do it because they're gonna use that. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat and I don't know why. They're gonna use that to try to get more passengers for themselves. They're gonna use that as a selling point. You know, Lyft is cheaper. Excuse me, while I drink a little sip of water. They will use that as a selling point. Whoever goes up on the driver pay, the other one is not gonna do it because they're gonna use that as a selling point to get more passengers. So what do? It's a race to the bottom for them. You know? They will pay the least amount that they can to where both of them will pay the least amount so that they won't be losing passengers to the other. You know, but New York said, look, y'all have to pay this amount. So they both had to increase. They both had no choice but to increase. So that's why I believe that the AB5 bill will do a lot of benefits to drivers. All right. And another thing that New York has done, well, Lyft and Uber, they're not even taking any more drivers in New York. So that's a good thing too. So it doesn't get saturated with drivers. Those that are already down are down. You know what I mean? And they have this market of passengers that they can supply. But with it being like open-ended like it is, the market can get really diluted if a lot of drivers sign on. You know, there's only but a limited amount of passengers to supply. So if drivers just start signing on, then that means less business for the drivers that are already have been signed on. So I think the AB5 bill is a good bill, and we should be classified as employees, and they should raise the rates for drivers. That's how I see it. And New York has shown us that they can raise the rates for drivers, and there won't be any negative things going on with people not wanting to have rides. Because you got to think about it. Before Uber and Lyft, there was the taxi service, the yellow cab service, right? And they paid twice as much with them. You know what I mean? The only reason why Uber and Lyft is doing so well is because they undercut the taxi drivers. And they undercut the taxi drivers in New York so much that a lot of taxi drivers have to go out of business, because those medallions in New York cost money. You know what I mean? And that was one of the things with Cohen, Donald Trump's personal attorney. He had a lot of medallions, taxi medallions in New York. And when Uber and Lyft took over, those things lost a lot of their value. Like a medallion in New York was maybe $1 million if you can get a taxi medallion. And then they went down to maybe like $100,000 in value. You know? So it's crazy. So he started, sucking wind after that. But yeah, so Uber and Lyft could raise prices. It would be good if they got together and say, all right, we're going to pay the drivers this amount and agree on that. I don't think that would be price fixing if they did it like that. I mean, New York told them they had to pay a certain amount to drivers. So is it price fixing if New York did it? I don't think so. If they got together and say, all right, look, we're going to pay our drivers this amount of money just to be fair to the drivers. And then they would be competing on service, right? Rather than just price. Who has the best service? Who has the most drivers? Who can get the drivers there the quickest? That's how I see it. What do you guys think, man? Put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think about the situation. Do you want to be classified as employees, as I do, because it will force them to raise the rates? Or are you believing that propaganda? Look, I'm trying to steer your vote. Are you believing that propaganda about you'll lose flexibility? You ain't gonna lose no flexibility. They didn't lose flexibility in New York. Why would they lose flexibility out here? And that's another point, man, that silly talking point that they have, that you'll lose flexibility. It hasn't proven true in New York at all. So, but anyway, put your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted to all my new content. Until we meet again, y'all stay safe out there. All right, peace.